What were aside from finishing this off and getting through the round, I mean, you're up 6-1 coming in. What were the primary things you wanted to accomplish tonight, aside from getting through without injuries?
Yeah, it's a good point. What we wanted is we put ourselves in a position in Honduras to be able to keep pushing the guys against Inter Miami, but then we knew that at some point we had to do a little bit of rotation. When you do that, I thought everybody worked hard, but there's synergies and some micro dynamics that don't work as well because it's a lot of changes. So it was good to give opportunities to some players, to finish the job, to rest a lot of players, because Saturday we want to go to Houston with our full strength. So when we look at it, 3 games, 3 wins, a trip to Honduras, a big game against Inter Miami, 10 goals scored, 1 conceded, rotation, opportunity for young players to play, to come in. So very positive, everything. And now day off tomorrow and try to focus now to prepare Houston.
Coach, congratulations on the victory. You mentioned giving players opportunities. I think one that really jumped out was Amin Boudry. He seemed to have a pretty good match today. I want to get your thoughts on him and the start that Nkosi Tafari has had to this season.
Yeah, when Cole started preseason, he wasn't always in the starting team. We were trying different things, and his mentality was exceptional when he was not with a penny on, maybe, and he was on the other side. And I'm just happy for him to get rewarded, even with tonight's goal. Very good beginning of season for him. He's doing a lot of the things we're asking him to do, so it's positive. I'm also happy to see other players that had the opportunity today. Amin was 10 days in Sweden because of his visa process. And then he came back only when he waited for us here. We come back from after the game in Honduras and against Miami, and he wasn't fully integrated with the team. But then he does one training session and shows the way he showed, So there's positive things. I think Jude Terry had a fantastic preseason, a player from our academy. So I'm happy to see him get on the field, giving Hugo a rest, Thomas playing, saving a penalty shot. So again, there's a lot of positives. Did the game go exactly in the dynamics that I wanted tactically? No, but I'm used to it. When we do 7 changes, it's not always super perfect.
Mark here. On starting Denis and Son, you didn't need to do that, but you did. Why did you want to give them that half, and what did you see from them while they were out there?
Rhythm. Like I said before, Sonny didn't have a perfect preseason, so it's important that he keeps getting rhythm. And I told both Sonny and Denis this week that I would have them 45 minutes on the field, that at halftime we would make the changes, so they were aware of it, they knew what was going on, they were on board, they understand. And then these are players that like to kind of stay a little bit in rhythm. That's why we did that. Did I answer your question there? Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
3 wins in 8 days, as you said, 10-1 goals, and all these sorts of things. It's the second time, I think, in club history that the team started with 3 consecutive victories. So how do you sort of feel about this start? I know you're very calm and you're very confident in your position, but it doesn't seem like it could have gone much better for you.
Yeah, no, it's because I don't see it about me. I'm so LAFC in my DNA that I'm an important piece of the team, but there's other important pieces. For people to look at the coach and thinking the coach is the guy who does the magic, I depend a lot on the quality of the players, and I try to keep a good environment in the room. I try to to have a lot of clarity on how we want to go about things, but we're all in this together. So yeah, it's been a good start because it was a hard start. Going to Honduras and that stadium, that grass, you guys weren't on the grass, but it was a challenging grass. Put ourselves in a position to qualify early. I think in the first half, we were in a great position to qualify for the next round. Playing a very emotional game against Inter Miami, 75,000 people. I said the game against Miami would not define our season. You know, it's you don't win anything in February. March, April, May, June, July, a World Cup in the middle, August, September, October, November. But it was an emotional game that asked a lot from us. Then trying to finish a game here where mentally you could have a group that, we're already in. And what we said is we have to win. Like, we have to think about this game as 3 points. So we were happy that Thomas saved the penalty. Maybe if they score and it finishes 1-1, we say, yeah, not a big deal, you know, we still qualify. But no, it was important for us to win. So it's a good start, but still so much work to do. So we're very focused on what's next.
Do you have anything else in English before we go over to Spanish? No? Okay, we'll go back here in español.
Profe, por aquí, Ángel
Hola.
Medina, para Fútbol Digital Honduras. Estuvimos en el entrenamiento ayer, profe,
Sí,
y hablábamos,
me recuerdo de ti, tranquilo.
hablábamos del nivel del fútbol hondureño.
Sí.
Hoy se vio otro tipo de partido.
Sí.
Mi pregunta es, profe, de estos muchachos del Real España, ¿cuál tendría la capacidad de jugar aquí en la MLS y sobre todo en Los Ángeles? Digo porque se ha rumorado mucho de Nixon Cruz, el que hizo la gambeta para marcar el penal, que al final
Sí,
no,
sí.
no terminó en.
Sí, yo no quiero hablar de nombres, porque si yo te digo un nombre hoy, en 3 horas voy a tener llamadas del empresario. Por eso no quiero hablar de nombre, pero para mí nunca fue una cuestión. Fútbol hondureño va a tener momentos de altos y como todo. Hoy, por ejemplo, Canadá está en una alta, y si yo te decía hace 20 años que Canadá iría a estar así, tú me llamabas loco. Entonces yo creo que fútbol es por fases, especialmente cuando viene a selecciones. Mira Italia, que estaba en el campeón del Euro y ahora está más difícil en la construcción, en la federación, y yo no lo veo así. Yo pienso que lo que hicimos en Honduras en el primer tiempo es mucho crédito de nosotros. No solamente que Real España, no, mucho crédito de nosotros, que viajamos, que estábamos focados y que fuimos para ganar. Yo creo que ahí fue la diferencia en la eliminatoria. Es lo que hicimos en el primer tiempo allá.
¿Algo más en español? ¿Mónica?
Gracias. Hola Mar, les saluda Mónica Delgado de pasefiltrado.com. En su plantilla hay muchos jugadores que han estado deseando ese torneo, la Conca Champions. Para usted, a corto plazo, ¿ese es el objetivo y el cual se puede ilusionar LAFC de por qué no pelear ese torneo? Porque la MLS sabemos que es muy larga y hay que ir paso a paso. Usted ha sido también un poco cuidadoso en sus palabras y es de esos entrenadores que le gusta hablar en el campo, pero tiene una plantilla sumamente competitiva. ¿Se puede ilusionar el aficionado en que van a luchar por ese torneo?
Para mí, personalmente, es un sueño. Y para el LAFC, llegó a 2 finales, no ganamos, entonces es algo que no tenemos y que queremos. Pero sabemos cómo es difícil. Es difícil hasta llegar a la final. Por veces personas hablan que llegaron a la final y perdieron. Muchos sin 50 años ni llegan a una final de la CONCACHA. Es difícil. Pero nosotros sí y queremos llegar. Entendemos cómo es difícil llegar, pero es una ambición que nosotros tenemos y al mismo tiempo competir en 2 y mismo 3 competiciones después con la League Cup. pero vamos siempre a ir a todos los partidos de la Conca Champions con una mentalidad de intentar cualificar y llegar a la final. Después, si llegamos a la final, hablamos y vamos a ver.